Salute, MobTube. How is everybody tonight? Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Sven Larson, What's Real, Boss Man, John Wilkes Tooth, Jane Turner, Angel Gotti. Oh, yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, Angel. Miss Can't Be Wrong. It's hard to not repeat names. 22 people in here. Chicago Muscle. Salute to you, my friend. Steve Dunband. Saturday, let's do this. Gianni Catalano. I'm going to talk about Sammy tonight and what he did on his latest podcast. There's not a whole lot to be said because he didn't say a whole lot. And it's can be summed up very simply, and we already kind of summed it up on Gunsmoke's show. But I'm going to say what I have to say anyway. Joey Dimes, what's up, my friend? Manny Muspect. Well, I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be catching there. He says, "Sup, blood?" Uh, let's see. Is Gunsmoke? Oh, I didn't even check. Did he end his show yet, or what? What's going on here? What's happening? Carlos Muniz. Get some people on for a late night Saturday show. Saturday Night Live. Mr. H. Hello, people. How are you? What's up, Pink Veal? Let me see. Let me see. I need to talk to somebody who knows something about the internet because I know nothing. Eventually, I'm going to have to get to that. Sling Blade. You're. Let's see what else we got. What else we got happening here? 41 people. 41 people. Let's see what we get. Now, for real, though, did Gunsmoke end his show yet? You didn't get a reminder for Gunsmoke? Gunsmoke on! I did a little community post to try to get people over there. Uh, I should have just done a live promo, but I didn't. And in hindsight, I regret it. No, but he did good over there. We had a good show. That was fantastic. Angel joined us on Gunsmoke's show. Talked about a lot of good stuff. If you guys didn't see Gunsmoke's video about the Castellano hit tonight, check that out. And the live show too, but not just that. The video he made. I think it's his best work to date. Yeah, Gunsmoke the Don ended. All right, cool. Pat Duffy, how are you, my friend? I feel like I don't see you much lately. I hope you're doing well. And yes, me and Shan are good. I'm feeling better today than I have the last few days, but I still got this ear situation happening. I gotta work that out. Joey Beans, what's up, bro? Christopher Drager. I'm so glad to see that you're okay, my friend. You have no idea. And you know what I realized last night? I'm such a douchebag. I did text you a couple of times, and the only problem is I forgot to tell you who I was because I believe I texted you from my new number. So I apologize for that. I was worried about you. I was looking for you. I made a comment on Gunsmoke's video. It may be controversial. I'll check it out then. Christopher Drager in the house. $41 people. Oh, that's fantastic, Chris. That makes me happy, man. And if you don't have my new number, I'll text you then. All you got to do is look through your texts for the ones that say, Drager, you okay, bro? Just checking in on you. And then whoever that number's from, that's probably me. No fly zone in effect. Good. You know what? That reminds me of something. Bear with me, folks. I'll keep talking. But you know what I'm going to do? I don't like doing this live, but there's some people that needed to be unblocked. I'm gonna see if I could talk to you guys while I do that real quick. Let's see. I don't have anybody who has access to my YouTube studio, so I must do it on my own. Let's see. Uh, some names you could just look at and be like, "Yeah, I know why you were blocked. You look like trouble." Um, hmm. So I'll tell you what, guys. I listened to the Sammy thing twice tonight, but you know my memory. So I'm going to go over what I do remember and whatever I get wrong. Maybe you could correct me or just fill me in on some things I might have forgotten. I'll get to that in a second. Let's get a few people in here. I don't know how many we'll get, but we'll see. Let's see. Oh man, I don't know why my screen gets all screwed up like that. Hmm. I might not find any of these people right now. I'll see what I could do. The real Christopher Lodrago. That would be me. That would be me. I don't know if this is a bad guy or not. I'll just unblock him. Yeah, right. Just looking, guys. This is not something I would usually do, but it's the beginning of the show, and I'm waiting for the room to fill up a little bit anyway. So bear with me. It'll only take a second anyway. Some of these people I don't know, and I'm just taking a chance. So I'm unblocking some people right now. If you were previously unblocked, you can give it a shot and see if you're not anymore. FBS likes Big Black. What? My God. How dare you? Mike Prick. Nah, see, that doesn't really work because it's Mike. You know what I mean? You're not good at that. The name thing. Let me see. Who's this fella right here? We'll find out if you're a problem or not. All right. I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm done. All right. If anybody's blocked who shouldn't be, I'll have to look another time. I can't go back over it again right now. All right. 64 people. Good stuff. What movie is what from? Oh, looks like somebody already got the answer. Joey Dimes, 4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. FBS freedom. Everyone deserves a second chance because they can always go back. I know, but some of these guys, like for instance, Grant Calder or Lola Calder, whatever he is now, there's no point. You know what I mean? Some guys are just bad news. But I am going to unblock some more then. Uh, me, my brother Gene, Joey, Demig, they're doing over 1,000 years. They never roll, never at it. Yeah, a couple of words off. Miss Angel is a great person, but she openly admitted to not knowing anything about her father's street life, so we can't take her word for it unless she has. Yeah, but she doesn't claim to, bro. She says, yeah, like you said, she openly admitted it to it. All she's talking about, if you notice, she referenced her brother's book. Brother certainly knew some things. It would be like saying that because she doesn't know anything or she wasn't part of the street life that she doesn't deserve a say. But We weren't part of that street life, most of us anyway, back then or ever, and we have our opinion. Uh, what's your morning paper? I have to admit, Sam, he was funny. He should rip into my idiot grandson. I'll admit that he should rip into your idiot grandson. Joe Bay 8th, I got the Vaseline and a broomstick. 5, 10 years from now, they're going to miss John Gotti. Who, me? Who? You told me to shine my shoes, lol. Christopher Moltisanti. Sammy knows them on another level. Yeah, but Sammy has reason to lie. You understand? Like if you're talking about the whole what were they at the Castellano hit thing, you got to understand. Sammy's freedom was riding on his testimony and the conviction against John Gotti. He needed to put John Gotti at the scene of that murder. What better way than to say, hey, I was in the car with him. Not only do I know he was there, I was there with him. I was right by his side. Now, I know you weren't saying anything bad about her, Sling Blade. I want to tell FBS my ghost story. I need an app to log on right to go live. No, you don't need anything. Of course not. It's very simple. FBS, my brother. Is it live stream? I'm not sure what you mean. Uh, can it be? You know what FBI stands for, right? Forever bother the Italians. That is right. Absolutely. Steve Schoenberg. Sammy's funny, told his wife to take orders from Frankenstein, but never Igor. Yeah, I heard that. Jesus Christ. Jane Turner, me? You saying? I don't know. Secondhand info is like competition at the Special Olympics. Well, how do we know that Sammy's info isn't secondhand? We don't. Probably isn't, but we don't know. And that's not funny, the Special Olympics joke, to be honest. I don't think that's funny. Um, let's see. That waiter had Sammy pegged. Who was he referring to when he said Frankenstein? Um, I'm assuming John. Tony Ducks, but FBS, did he have to put him at the scene? Couldn't he have just said he ordered it like with the other murders John was convicted of? I don't know. That I don't know for sure. But I mean, the government. They wanted him at that scene. And Sammy was trying to impress. He wanted that 5 years. So I think that Sammy would have, even if they didn't encourage him to put John at the scene, Sammy would have done it on his own. He knew what was going on. But again, ask yourselves, guys, what would John Gotti have to gain by going to that scene? He was already a known face in New York after the Favard thing and all that. According to my parents and shit like that, he was already in the news all the time. He was a known face. He's not going to put himself in a mob hit. You got to remember, he wouldn't go talk to Sammy directly about the hit itself. Why would he put himself at the scene? Remember, Frank the Chico and Quack Quack told Sammy, John couldn't make it, whatever. Sammy claimed that he got pissed off. Like, what's John too big to come talk to me himself? Blah, blah, blah. I just don't see him putting himself at that scene for what? He wasn't a shooter. He wasn't a crash car. So why do it? And then think about the story, guys. John Gotti, okay, who he was at that time, the position he held in the Gambino family, as well known as he was as a mobster in New York City. He's not only going to be at the scene, he's going to be there with a hitman, by the way, Sammy the Bull, but he's going to drive by slowly and look down at the bodies. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm sure most of us in here have committed crimes before, right? We wouldn't do that, and we're nobodies. Imagine being John Gotti. FBS, I wanted to go live on your show when you have that haunted house show. I wanted to know if I needed an app to call, log in. And go. No, 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 no. Yeah, when we do it, no, you don't. You don't need that. We'll drop a link. You click on the link, and whether it's your phone or your computer, it's self-explanatory. Mr. H, $5. Be hard not to roll over Bloody on 46th Street. That's true. Lee Big Titty Cole the third. I only stole the credit X's. I only stole the credit X's credit card so my boyfriend could get a sex change and we could move to Florida. Jesus. No, I feel you, Chris. Same here, bro. Oh, live from the halfway house. Oh, okay, I got you. As long as you're all right, bro. Tommy Agro, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. And another one, Bobby Berberian from LA with love. LA. Did I know you were in LA? I don't think I did. You right back. Have to help my husband. Cool. Oh, okay, you fixed it. I only stole my exes. Pat, I'm gonna look into that. I don't know why you are blocked. Let's see. He was already showing them he was the boss. Yes, he was. The fist. Yeah, that was the fist. And yeah, he was. That was his mentality. He was. That's another reason. He's not going to put himself there. He's not going to put himself at the scene of not only a murder, but that murder. It would shoot everything to shit. Okay, like forget the fact that if he was caught in that area, he would have been charged and most likely convicted. They would have figured it out. But what? You're gonna be seen in that area at the murder of the current boss, and you're gonna become the next boss. You know what I mean? He's not gonna risk it, especially in Midtown at rush hour Christmas time. Come on, exactly. It's my opinion. I just don't see it, man. You know what I mean? We all know a good bit about Gotti's personality, the way he carried himself, the way he handled things. Um, we learned enough about him over the years from different people and stuff. For one, he was not stupid. For two, he certainly wasn't that stupid. And for three, he was going to be the boss, and he was already a boss. So he wasn't going to put himself in that situation. He wasn't going to put himself, in my mind, it's just my opinion. He wasn't going to put himself there. He didn't have to. He had guys to do it for him. Whether or not Sammy was even there is a major question to me, too. Angel Gotti, oh, I know, but I'm just asking a question. Will you believe it when you hear John Gotti Sr. say it? Oh, yeah, yeah, well, I can't wait for that. There's nobody to contradict Sammy. He can say whatever he wants now unless Gene starts podcasting. Exactly. He wasn't committing a crime to just drive past and look at Big Paul's body. Steven. First of all, the plan was for him to be the next boss. If you're at the scene of that hit, you can't be the next boss. Okay? That ain't gonna work. Secondly, yeah, this is a mafia hit. There was no doubt about that. It was the hit on the current Gambino family boss. And all of a sudden, here comes John Gotti, a captain and a well-known Gambino family member who's already in the news all the time and hounded by the press, even before he became boss. It just happens to be at the hit of the current mob boss. There isn't a jury in the world who wouldn't convict. I mean, when they whacked out Big Paul, the FBI was following a lot of those guys. I'm sure they followed Paul. I bet they seen it and recorded the hit, but would never admit that. That would be terrible PR. Oh, I don't know about that. If your pop said it, yes, I'd believe it, Miss Angel. Your pop was a real man. Absolutely. Certainly was. I like how Sammy says he was doing the CB radio, directing the shooters, telling them to relax and shit. Do you really think these guys needed anyone to direct them? LMAO, it sounds ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, think about how ridiculous it sounds. And thank you, Stephen Cordell, for the Venmo. Thank you. What did they need to know? How did they need to be directed? Okay, Paul gets here. Tommy's driving him. They get out of the car. You kill him. That's it. What walkie talkies for what? What do you got to say? Like, they're not sure. They see Paul and they're like, we didn't get the word yet. And Sammy has to be like, go, go, go. They don't know. Come on. Very narrow and quiet streets, so to drive by slowly after a hit and risk getting stuck on Second Avenue afterwards is risky. Of course. Of course. Can't believe everything Sammy says 100%. No, we have more reasons not to believe Sammy than we do to believe him. Bottom line is, when these guys become rats and shit like that, they lie. You know what I mean? Not all of them. Sometimes they just have to tell the truth. But in certain cases, yeah, they're encouraged to lie, or you got to look at how the government works. Look at the gas pipe thing. You know what I mean? They were fucking over the moon. They were so happy to have gas pipe. They would have given them anything they wanted. They were going to give them the 5-year deal, all that shit. Now the FBI has a narrative that gas pipe broke a lot of rules. Well, he was in jail and all that shit. He did this and he did that. But let's face it, most likely what happened is when gas pipe told them no, gas pipe said, no, no, no. Listen, Sammy was a drug dealer. He was a customer of mine. He sold a lot of drugs. Now, you got to remember, the problem with that is that Sammy said in court that he was never a drug dealer. Okay. In court, where he got John Gotti, the government's number one target, convicted. So if they would have used gas pipes 302s, right, which any defense attorney would have pulled out against him once he was on the stand, if they used them in any cases, they would see that gas pipes said that Sammy the Bull was a major drug dealer. This could cause a huge problem with the government, and it could have the whole case against John Gotti overturned. The government was not going to risk that for anything. They told him, according to Gaspipe, you can't say that. You can't say Sammy the Bull was a drug dealer. He already said he wasn't, blah, blah, blah. He insisted. He's a little testador. He was a little hard-headed. He said, no, no, no. This is the situation. He was a drug dealer. I'm going to put it in my 302s, whatever. They ripped up his cooperation plea agreement. They gave him 455 years plus 13 life sentences. Why? Because they were not going to risk losing the conviction against John Gotti. They were not going to risk it being overturned. So if the government's willing to do that, they let Gaspipe agree to cooperate and then confess to a billion crimes and then say, no, no, you're not going to go against our narrative. We're tearing your cooperation agreement apart, and we're going to convict you on everything you confess to, even though we're not supposed to do that. And you're going to prison forever. If they're willing to do that, you don't think they might nudge Sammy and say, well, listen, you see how they do in interrogations, right? How they just, kind of, well, you were there, right? No, no, I think you were there, right? You were there. Come on. Till the guy says he was there. You know what I mean? So imagine they got Sammy alone in a room. He's doing his 302s, whatever, and they happen to mention, hey, we need to make sure John was at the scene, wasn't he? He was, right? Sammy's going to put him at the scene. Very narrow and quiet. Oh, yeah, I already read that. I'm sorry. And the feds were following him everywhere. Why risk fucking up the hit? Exactly. That's another thing. Thank you, Joey Beans. Exactly. He didn't know if he was under surveillance. He's going to drive there. He's going to risk that he was followed, that there's a tail. And while he's sitting there parked with Sammy in the car, the feds are behind him, whether it's a block away or 2 cars away. And then all of a sudden, this hit takes place. There's so many things that could have gone wrong. It wouldn't have been there. No, I agree. Well, in Montanese, FBI could never figure out Gotti was involved if they caught him gawking at the body. I know you're just being a smart ass, Abuela, because otherwise that would be the silliest statement I ever heard. Boston Red too. Gotti wasn't there. He was at a Lucchese guy's house with a light waiting for the call. Of course he was. Boss man, what the fuck, Steven? If he's the one who orchestrated the hit and he's on scene, feds aren't stupid if they saw him. No, no, he'd be finished right then. You got to think these guys can't hang out with each other without some, eventually getting prosecuted just for being part of the same group. They got to watch who they're seen around when they're not even committing a crime. So imagine you're at that hit. Now all of a sudden you become boss. Gee, I wonder if the feds will figure it out. Angel, your dad was a legend and kept the neighborhood a safe place. God bless the old school Don. Same with Giancana. The feds had 24-hour surveillance of his house when he got killed. Common sense. Don't forget, originally before trial, they had an eyewitness who plays Gotti in the area, but not in the car with Gravano, and said he spoke to him and asked him, "What are all the cops doing up there?" Yep. Yeah, but the feds didn't want to. They didn't want to talk about that too much. Steven Schoenberg. There were already plenty of Gambinos coming out of Sparks Steakhouse. If he was there, he would have to worry more about the underworld than the cops. That too. That's another thing. No way Gotti was there on the chances he had an FBI tail. Yeah, no, of course not. Godfather doing well. And you never know. Listen, you could try to shake a tail, but you're in fucking Manhattan. They could pick you up at any intersection. You know what I'm saying? Yes, John knew that. Sammy hasn't told the truth since the second grade. Pat Duffy, FBS ever noticed on a lot of Sammy's BS story, he's the only one living, surviving member, no one left alive to dispute him, of course. Same thing with A-Light. You know what I mean? Everybody's either locked up or they're a stand-up guy who's not going to talk or they're dead. Absolutely. One thing Casso said about Sammy and his 302s, he had the best of foods, the best of wines. They knew he was a mafia member. Thank you, Bruno. Uh, Abuela, didn't your grandson have something to do with the hit? I heard the Latin King set it up. Can it be? Thank you, Agro. He was a boss. Should have known better. Oh, wait. Her John Gotti also had a grenade. Yeah. Chin almost beat the case, needed 2 more months. Damn. Well, fortunately, almost doesn't count. I don't think Sammy is lying about the Castellano hit. That's cool. Listen, that's the good part about a topic like this is that it's a cool conversation to have. Everybody's going to have their opinion, and I don't think anyone's trying to change anybody's mind. We're all just expressing our opinion, and my opinion personally is that I don't think he was there. But what do I know? I was like 6. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My grandson was hiding in the glove compartment with a cookie puss. Plus, there's other Gambinos at Sparks that could have come out and seen him, meaning he'd officially have to admit to, hey, yeah, there was all kinds of crazy shit. The fucking it was the perfect storm if he would have showed up there. Or just think, if you're John, okay, what benefit? Again, what benefit? Now, if Sammy says like, oh, he needed to make sure the hit went right, what's he gonna do? What when they drive by, he sees Paul Castellano's finger twitching and says he's not dead. Put 2 more in his head. What's he going to do? I mean, it either goes right or it doesn't. Once they stop shooting and everybody runs off, that's it, right? So with John Gotti, what would he have to gain by being there? Wouldn't it be a lot smarter to just be anywhere, be at the track, be at home with your family, be in another state, be doing anything but that? Just my opinion. A-Light fired fatal shot to Paul's head from a tree 3,000 feet away. Yes, he did. He did. I actually thought from it was a book depository. The only call A-Light was waiting on was the one for him to get over there to stand outside to watch the cars. It was A-Light on the grassy knoll. Paul Castellano had no Fed trail that night while under investigation for the commission and all that. Fed tail? Apparently not. Uh, A-Light told Gravano to only roll the window down one instead of two to see that Tommy was gone. A-Light told Gravano. Abuela Montanese. Lee Cole was there eating the steaks off the table after all the Gambino guys left. I'm born and raised on 18th Avenue and 77th Street, Brooklyn. Even John Gotti's name kept my neighborhood safe. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Tony Ducks, there is still three of the hitters alive on the Castellano hit. It would be great if they were ever to talk. Yeah, but Sammy knows those three guys are never going to talk. You know what I mean? He knows he's safe with this story. Uh, Sammy didn't say that. That prick gas pipe did. Say what? Oh, you mean the best of foods, the best of wines? Was it that one? Everybody knows Ray Mundy was on that walkie-talkie. I wish John Gotti could tell us what really happened. Well, according to Angel, there's still a chance that he might. The feds needed Gravano to put him there. I bet they explained everything out to him so he could get the story right. I wouldn't doubt it for a fucking second. Would you put it past them? I think it's much more likely that Sammy just knew that that's what they wanted more than anything and figured, he already had the story set up. But yeah, it's very possible that they encouraged him or, yeah, give him a little nudge. Common sense. I always had a hard time believing Gravano's rendition of the Castellano hit and his role because don't forget he cooperated and no one was indicted for murder. And Gravano said he didn't remember who the shooters were. There you go. He remembers all these details, right? Like this story that I heard tonight from him from his latest podcast with the pouring the wine backwards and all that. I don't know, man. I mean, I know I got a bad memory, worse than most, but you got to think about some of these stories, how detailed they are. It's very A-Light esque or Raymundi esque. Like, you remember every fucking detail from something that happened 35 fucking years ago, 40 years ago. Every detail. I mean, what are the chances? What is Sammy, like 77? How? How does he have a memory like this? And you got to think of all the shit that was going on. Everything a mob guy has to be concerned about. The feds, getting hit himself, arranging his own murders, killing other people with his own hands, whatever. The construction stuff, all the money he's trying to keep track of, his own family, all that shit. And he's fucking taking mental notes about how a waiter poured wine 35 fucking years ago so he could, recount it perfectly today. I just don't, I don't know, man. Sounds like a lot of this shit Sammy is just currently dreaming up. So if Gravano set it all up and was there, how didn't he know who the shooters were? Why hasn't anyone pressed him on that? You can't say you planned a hit. You were there, uh, but you don't know all the names of the shooters. I know. It's ridiculous. Hootie actually told Gotti not to go, so he didn't. Hootie, the unicorn. That makes sense. Bruno, hey FBS. Tony Trashcan said Sammy and Gotti wasn't there at all. He said he was with A-Light and Giovanni Russo. It's Gianni Russo, but in the back seat, and he took him out with a slingshot. Oh, that explains everything. Feds probably had people in the restaurant, so the till backed off. I don't know. I think Sammy's biggest lie is the one where he was told by John Gotti to take the false. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yeah. I think that's his biggest lie to date, without a doubt. Angel brought something up good earlier, and John Gotti wasn't somebody who just talked. He stood by his words. We heard the fucking tape. It's out there where he's asking Sammy. He's telling Sammy, that I'd go to jail before you. Like you know what I mean? He's worried about protecting Sammy. Anybody see Richie? Anybody know why A-Light and Sammy killed Bobby Lupo? No. Johnny A pulled a knife out of his ass and stabbed Paul and Tommy. There you go. They had Big polls, phones tapped. They knew exactly where he was going. They were listening to everything. You were going to remember a murder. Yeah, but no, that's not what I'm saying. The murder, yeah, yeah. But I'm talking about the stories he tells lately. Like this one that I listened to tonight from his latest podcast, where he's talking about how the wine was poured and how John Gotti Jr. started yelling at the waiter and shit. You remember details like that? Of course, the Castellano hit, yeah, but I'm talking about his other bullshit. Lee strangled turd Cole the third. Help FBS! I'm having trouble breathing. There's a turd wrapped around. Abuela Montanese. Chin stopped talking to Gravano after Paul got hit, so I doubt he had much on him. Sammy was more hated than Gotti by the West Side. Damn, I can't even remember yesterday. Yeah, no, you know what I mean? Come on. I had traumatizing things in my life, like a lot of us have hospital stays, near death experiences, incarcerations, where I can't tell you, just pick a random story from a random day and tell you every fucking detail. Hell no. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. It's all very convenient. Mr. H, I planned the hit, except I can't remember who did the killing. Yeah, that's what he said. Sammy can tell all these detailed stories, but he can't tell you who his daughter's baby's dead. Beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you. Um, you think so? I don't know if I would, but that's just my memory. If Paul took the drugs Hootie tried to give him, he would have survived. Good night, Braden. Oh my God, it's like you could hear through the. What in the world? How'd you do that? He'd have to, have had to drive past Quack Quack waddling down 46th Street. All right, so let's get into the other thing. Why is everybody saying goodnight, Braden? I'm so confused. Why is everybody saying that? When people remember something with too much detail, it's often because they have rehearsed it exactly. Yes. Because Shanna said goodnight. Oh, did she? Where the hell is she? I didn't see her. Oh, Braden said goodnight. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? How do you guys know? Because your wife just came on and said he said goodnight. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. When people remember something with too much detail, it's often because they have. Oh, I just read that. Oh yes, I remember, bro. Who walked, who shot. Period. I just have that kind of mechanical brain. So let's get to the other thing, right? This Sammy thing about the Gottis. Okay, there's not a whole lot that even needs to be talked about. He basically knocked Carmine Agnello a little bit. He knocked Richard Gotti. He certainly knocked Peter Gotti. He did say that Gene is basically the only one that deserved his butt. But he said a lot of fucked up shit about Peter Gotti. He compared him to Spider and Goodfellas. He called him an imbecile numerous fucking times. He made fun of his appearance. You name it. I got you, Sven. But let's remember one thing here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let's remember one thing here. No matter what you say about any of those guys, and I certainly didn't know any of them. I didn't know Peter Gotti. I didn't know Richard Gotti. I don't know any of them. I know one thing they didn't do, Sammy. Uh, Peter Gotti is gone now, and he was in prison forever. He didn't roll. He didn't rat, as John would say in Gotti 96. He didn't tell on nobody. He didn't flip. So how are you going to take that from him? I noticed you didn't mention that. Sammy, see, it's funny, man, because he'll mention all these things like what this guy did, how this guy looked. This guy was an imbecile. Look what this guy tried to shake down an actor, blah, 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 blah. But he didn't rat, never became a rat. Took his sentence like a man and died in prison. You couldn't do that. You were crying like 6 months after you were locked up, and then you flipped. And then we know what you did after that. Also, not exactly something a man's man would do. I never heard of Richard or his son flipping. They didn't do that. John certainly didn't. John Gotti Jr. didn't, contrary to what some like to believe. So, how could Sammy, being who he is, sitting where he's sitting, be bashing any of the Gottis? They're all 10 times the man you are. And I don't even know them, but I know that. That goes for Richard, Peter, Gene, John, John Jr., all of them. So, how could you say these things? I don't understand. Talking about who's an imbecile, who's bro, you started an ecstasy ring, fresh out of witness protection, when you already had all the fucking money in the world to just retire and live your life in a lap of luxury. You started an ecstasy ring with your own children, got caught because one of many reasons was you thought that because the FBI used Nextel phones, they couldn't tap them, so they were safe to talk on. That's how bright you are. And you got caught on wiretaps on those very phones. You were teaching your young son and his friends the best way to kill somebody, what kind of gun to use, a revolver, not an automatic, so it doesn't jam. We have all those tapes. You're yelling, at your wife about shorting people, 5 grand, whatever. I mean, how bright were you? And then you got caught after getting the deal of a lifetime. You got away with 19 murders, my friend. You did 5 years. A lot of people I know get more than that for a fucking gun charge. You did that for 19 murders plus all your other crimes. You took $11 million or some shit with you to witness protection. You got out and you fucked it all up monumentally. You got your daughter, your wife, and your son convicted of felonies, and you got yourself locked up for another 17 years. So who's an imbecile? Peter Gotti? Compared to you, I don't think so. Richard, Gene, John? No, I don't think so. It doesn't seem that way to me. So I just don't get it. No self awareness. He doesn't think before he talks. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, even if I was as cocky as he was, I think I'd say to myself, wait a minute, what am I about to say here? How easily could even a fat, bald idiot in Pennsylvania take this all apart and use it against me to make me look stupid? And then I would say something different. A rat talking shit about other people, a page out of A Light's book. Yes. Sammy genuinely talks like he isn't a rat and is still in the mob, but ridicules guys that stood up. He certainly does. What do I got this in for? I don't need this. EP, I mean, Pete did send a hit squad to go kill Sammy, so I can understand why he doesn't want to say anything nice about the guy. But of course, Pete was justified in ordering the hit regardless. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, if you testified against a man or someone in that man's family and got him life in prison, or someone in your family life in prison, you probably shouldn't be talking about them or their family at all. I think there's been enough damage done. Like, in other words, don't talk about John Gotti and don't talk about his family because they had somebody die in prison because of you. So you haven't done enough harm. Now you got to be on here like A Light talking shit. Is there ever enough money, Sammy? When is it enough? Honestly, when? How much do you need exactly? I don't know what your lifestyle is like. I don't know if you really live in that big ass house or whatever, but what else do you have to do? How much money do you fucking need for real? We all know Karen will always figure out a way to get herself on TV and make some sort of living. I don't know Gerard's situation, but how much money do you have to get together? And is your concern leaving them money or just having as much as you can before you die? I don't really get it. I'm very confused about all of it. LOL, FPS just read Sammy his rights. Sammy is a professional liar. Let's be honest, this is just another hustle for him. I'm waiting for Gravano to slip and mention something that wasn't documented on his proffer. It'll happen, but they'll ignore it. Common sense, pretty ironic that Gravano was furious when Mike Papa cooperated and turned state evidence. LOL, how ironic. Yeah, well, Gravano is disgusting. I subbed his channel when I first found out all these channels. Or when I first found all these channels, I couldn't with good conscience put money into the pockets of a creature, child killer, friend killer. Good. Tell us how you really feel, FBS. What did I get a little crazy there? I was very calm when I said all that. Sammy knows if you put Gotti's name in something, it sells. Yeah. Fortunately, too many people use that. Super ironic common sense. Tony Pizza was panhandling on the corner, and he said it was only him and Sammy, nobody else. That's how tight they were. Okay. The prosecutor in Southern District of New York must be paying close attention to what he uploads. I wonder if Sammy's editor is his lawyer. I don't know. 135 people. Everybody, please hit the like button. Sammy lives in an apartment. Probably. I don't know. Who knows? Not a lot of people know, but allegedly Huck Carbonaro was given Louis Melito's hunting rifle to take him out, which would have been some cosmic justice. That drug case saved his life, basically. Yeah, I guess it did. Bayshore is Sammy a so-called rat? I don't know, but what? But what he says makes sense. John shouldn't have been talking on those tapes. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, God. I'm out. I quit. All right, guys. Sorry. I had to go count to 10. Oh, God, Bayshore. Bayshore, Bayshore, Bayshore. Why are you doing this to me? Why on a Saturday night do you have to torture me? Why? What did I ever do to you, Bayshore? We don't even know each other. I don't know. They're mob guys, Bayshore. They're mob guys. They talk. They get caught on tape. Happened to a lot of bosses. Happened to a lot of mob guys. Still does. Always did. You see, just like any group of people, um, at some point or another, they're going to talk about things, even things they shouldn't talk about. John talking on those tapes, whether he should have or shouldn't have, is not justification for ratting on him and putting him in in prison for life. And the first sentence of your comment is actually giving me a headache. I have a migraine now because in this sentence you say, "Is Sammy a so-called rat? I don't know." Now, he's not a so-called rat. He's a rat. You don't know. If Sammy isn't a rat, who is? Jane Turner, every day he walks free is rubbing salt in the wound. Agreed. You the man, FBS. Thank you, Pasquale Demizio. He shouldn't done all the other testifying, but against John, I don't know, man. Can you blame the guy if he was going to throw Sammy under the bus after he got everyone caught? Oh, 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 my God. Oh. Bayshore, what did I do to you? What did I ever do to you? He was going to throw Sammy under the bus after he got everyone caught. Everyone? Who's everyone? And throw Sammy under the bus. Hey, sure. What? Who was he going to throw under the bus? He was going to throw Sammy under the bus? How? Because Sammy said so? Oh, God. This is a man who refused to let anybody in his family even take a guilty plea, even if it would save him decades off of their sentence. There's a guy who told Sammy to his face, I'll go to prison before you do. This is a guy who said, don't worry about me going to prison. I like it better than I do on the street. And I'm sorry, but John walked the walk. He didn't just talk the talk. If he said it, he meant it. You're believing Sammy rather than everything else we know about John Gotti and the mafia. Why? You realize, Bay Shore, that that's a lame argument of Sammy's? Only Sammy's? Nobody else believes that shit. John Gotti couldn't throw Sammy under the bus because John Gotti was the boss. If Sammy committed those murders, John was fucked. No matter what. That's what Rico is all about. There's no way he could have done that. That's only Sammy's bullshit. He was going to throw him under the bus. How come Sammy's story changed? How come he didn't say that John was going to throw him under the bus in his book or on Diane Sawyer? No, he said that, well, maybe the jury would see it like it was all my fault and John was the innocent guy. Now, years later, all of a sudden, it's nope, John told me I was going to have to take the fall. Hey, sure, you're speaking from only hearing Sammy's side of the story. Well, what was the reason to go into the drug business with his family? It just shows the greed of Sammy. Exactly. Let me see. Even common sense can't help they sure. Some need a history lesson. They sure will when someone makes some ridiculous comments like that. I think they're trolling because I can't believe people even repeat that nonsense. It doesn't even make sense at all. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I have a feeling he's serious. I mean, it occurred to me maybe this is just a troll fucking with me trying to make my head explode, but I just have this bad feeling he's serious. The government says that Gotti talked about Sammy on tape deliberately, like it's fact. Now that's impossible to prove and doesn't make sense. Of course not. So he knew then that he was getting um, recorded. That's the argument, and he did it on purpose. He implicated himself too. Okay. I tried playing that game a minute ago. That shit don't work. All right. Smeagol doesn't deserve any light at all, Bay Shore. You can bet he's serious, FBS. Yeah, I figured. Now I got a pounding migraine. You ruined me, Bay Shore. You ruined me. I was just mopping my floor, thought something happened to you. No, Bayshore just made me insane for a minute. I had to run away. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Isn't there a son of Sam law that says criminals can't profit off their crimes? How are these podcasts allowed to go on? I don't know. I think that was changed. I don't know exactly the common sense. You tell me. You tell us. Son of Sam law. What's the deal with that? I know it was in effect. I don't know if it's still in effect. And you got to remember, it's not that they can't profit off their crimes. It's that, uh, like, if there's victims involved, they can go after your money, or the money just automatically goes to them from whatever profit you might make. Like, say in a book telling the stories. Like with Sammy's case, he had 19 murder victims. They all had families, so he couldn't tell his stories about those murders and just pocket the money. Son of Samuel was there so that the family would get the money and not Sammy. But I think if you were a regular criminal, like I think if you were like a bank robber or something like that, you can, I think it's a different story. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Rico, uh-oh. There's no realistic way John could even say, Sammy, hey, take all the blame for this bullshit. He was the underboss of the family. He was done either way. Absolutely. I know, Jane Creek. I'm finding out. Yeah, but why the fuck would John Gotti deliberately talk on tapes so he can fuck himself and go to prison for life? Exactly. Funny that when Diane Sawyer asked Gravano why he became a rat, Gravano told her, I'm tired of the life, tired of the backstabbing and the treachery, blah, blah, blah. So when did he come up with that excuse? Yep. Nah, there's no need to ban the guy. He's just making me crazy. That's all. Why is your name not blue? Oh, at one point, Drager, I took everybody's wrenches away. There's no realistic way John could even say, Sammy, hey, take all the blame. Oh, yeah, my bad. The Supreme Court overruled the Son of Sam law, deemed it unconstitutional. It's a state by state basis up to state law discretion. Yeah, I thought they did. But the money was meant to go to the victims' families. I don't know what you mean. Check your page. Can we abuse him a little, FBS? Absolutely. Have at it. Uh, I'd hate to have a channel where everyone agreed. That would literally drive me insane. Oh yeah, of course. That's why there's no need to ban them. You guys want to? Yeah, does Drager want to come on for a minute? I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on. But yeah, Drager can come on for a minute and say what's up. I missed the guy. What's up, Prince of Dragonflies? Everybody hit the like button, please. 162 people at 12:28 a.m. on a technically a Sunday morning. Do me that favor, right? You either hit the like button or you send a super chat. You pick. And I have enforcers. Oh, there he is. Look at this guy. There he is.
Yo, what's up, bud?
Oh, hold on. What's up, bro? How you
Can
been?
you hear me?
Yeah,
Man, it's good to be home, bro. How are you, buddy? I miss you, big bro.
I missed you too. You look good, man. You look healthy.
Yeah, I feel good, man. I feel
You
good, bro.
put
I got myself in a little trouble. Look, I'm live from the halfway house, FBS. I got you popping in the halfway houses right now.
oh, tell everyone I said what's up.
Yo, bro, it's like 50 deep. We're like 50 deep in here, bro. I got to be in by 11 o'clock. It's terrible.
You allowed to be on your phone like that?
Not really, but it's all good.
All right, that's what's up, man.
Bro, I missed
Yeah.
everybody, man. It feels so good to be home with everybody, bro. I'm sorry I was gone so long, man. I'm just so happy to see everybody out there like showing me support, man. It's fucking awesome.
It's all good, bro. You look like you put on a few pounds.
Yeah, I'm about 180 now, cuz I'm about to get up to my regular weight, like 200 pounds, but I gained probably about 20 pounds, man. It's crazy how you put on weight. It's all that jail food, the carbs and the
I
starch.
know. What were you that day me and you were together? What was your weight about then?
Oh my God, I was terrible. 158, 160.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, you were
happened, bro. I was using, dude, you know?
yeah.
But I
No
feel
doubt.
great now, man. I feel so good. Everybody was fucking giving me hella love. So thank you guys, bro. FBS, so what's going on right now? I've been out of the game for 52 days. What's happened?
Uh Same old bullshit, bro. A lot of
We,
drama.
we still beefing with pizza or what?
Pizza's kind of gone, bro.
Really?
He got suspended or something.
Oh
Like he
wow.
hasn't been on for a week or so.
Thought he died or something.
Nah, not that I know of.
Crazy. Listen, man, I wanted to tell Shanna hello too. I've been missing her, bro. I haven't seen her in so long. She's always been good to me, man. Tell her I said hello, please.
Oh well, definitely, man.
What is she asleep?
Yeah, she's asleep right now. Yeah.
FBS, we can make a movie about my life, bro. I'm not even kidding you, dude. Like, I want to start. I'm in here with this one guy, bro. He's a screenwriter. So I'm about to tell him my life story. He's got locked up in the feds, and now he's a screenwriter.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, he taught himself in the feds how to write screenplays, and he sent some in to Saturday Night Live. He sent some in. They bought him off. So he's a legit guy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
like
that's
tell him
good,
my life
man.
story and let him write the fucking thing. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, yeah. You never know, bro. Whatever's good for you, man.
Bro, I always wanted to make a movie. That was a pat. You know, when you're a kid, you got passions and you got dreams about shit. I always wanted to make a movie. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I always wanted
So
to write a book, man, but
you could FPS. You got, dude. That's why I fuck with you, bro. You got a lot of talent, dude. You can do whatever you put your mind to, bro. You know that.
yeah, yeah, I try.
How's Smoke Show doing? I heard Smoke's got a good show now.
Yeah, he does, man. He's good. He's chilling. We did his show before this one. Angel was on and stuff. It was good.
Auntie Angel, great lady. All the
Yeah,
blessings
she
to the
is.
Gotti family. All the blessings to the Gotti family. Nothing but respect from Trenton, South Philly. We love you guys.
That's what's up, man. Everybody loves Angel.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But listen, man, I'm gonna jump off of here. I don't want to embarrass myself. I love you, bro.
Ah, yeah, love you too, man. Good seeing you, bro.
Yo, it's good
Be
seeing you too.
safe.
My boy said what's up, man. Everybody says hello.
What's up, homie?
Yo, say what's
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
I'm fresh off of work.
That's my young boy, bro. That's my pup, man. I'm raising him up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen,
man.
guys.
Be safe, bro. Stay healthy and stay out of trouble, man.
How's my scar look, FBS? Is it gone?
It looks like it. Yeah, I don't see it.
Some people see it, some people don't. I'm self-conscious about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm happy to see you. FPS, bro, you're like family to me, man. I needed your help. You came to me, bro. I love you forever, cuz no homo.
Oh, no doubt, bro. Anytime.
Listen,
I'd do it
you guys,
again.
you guys take care, man. I'm gonna be in the chat. Love everybody. I'll talk to you later, FPS. Tell Shannon I said
All
hello.
right. All right, I will.
God bless, man.
All right, bro. Peace. That's an old friend of the show. I saw some people asking. That's Chris Drager. He's been on the show a lot of times before, but he's been gone for a while. We didn't know what was up with him. He had a situation a while back. He got shot. A lot of stuff went on, but I'm glad to see Drager doing well, man. It makes me happy. I spent a little time with Drager. We hung out. You know what I mean? And he's a good dude, man. He's a good kid. I just want to see the best for him. He's got a wonderful family too. He's got an awesome mom. So yeah, he does. He looks great, man. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. I want to make a movie, Mob Tube Wars, the ass kicking if the of the fake gangsters. There you go. Yeah, so that's good. That's more good news, man. It was a good day. I'm glad to see Drager. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. Gunsmoke show went well. Any of you who missed it after this, you should go check it out. Check out his new video and the show he did tonight. I joined him. Angel Gotti joined him. We had a good time, good conversation. We talked a lot about this Castellano thing. So you guys should check it out. Thank you, Pinkfield. Thank you very much, bro. But listen, you got to take it from me, man. I'm not you. You know, I got a little bit of skills on the ones and twos now, right? I know my hip hop, so you should, maybe I know what I'm talking about a little. But I hear you, bro. Thanks, man. Nicholas Souza, FPS. I know you can't ever make Angel upset, whom I like and think is a good person, but Sammy isn't the only person to say these things about the Gotti brothers. No, a lot of people talk shit. Of course, I know that. It's just that coming from Sammy, King Rat, calling stand up guys anything is ridiculous. Same, Drager. Same to you, bro. Um, all right, guys. You know what? This is a great show. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I'm going to end it now. Everybody hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. And for the love of Gotti, hit the notification bell. I'm out of here. I'm going to go do my usual. Maybe watch a movie and go to bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. I will tell you this tomorrow night, uh, tune in because I will be having Chicky Cacciatelli on. He's going to tell us some funny stories, some crime stories, some jail stories, all that good shit. And it's going to be a good show. And then don't forget, Tuesday night is the big show. I'm going to have a big guest on it, a special guest, big star. And I just hope it goes well because it means everything to me. So thanks for everything, guys. I appreciate you all. If anybody would like to donate, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal are in the link or in the description to this video. I did it again. And thank you, everybody who has already. Thanks for just being here, all of you guys. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Until then, salute.